This is your writer, Anthony L. Kelly, right here. Check it out. These are my books. Mac, Jaja, book, Sunshine. And this is my first book published, Saving Miss Caroline. And this is my latest, El Manic. Go check this book out, man. This is a nod at hip-hop on its 50th anniversary. This is a nod to one of the illest MCs to ever do it, Nasir Jones. This is me shedding the light on mental illness. I'll leave all the links in the description box. Salute to everybody who's ever supported me, man. Y'all go support your boy.
So on a recent episode of the Baller Alert podcast, Lil Boosie was on there and he was asked about Vlad being the police. Now, DJ Vlad gets a lot of slack for his interrogation style questions. A lot of people, make a correlation between, going on his show and people being locked up, arrested, and indicted. I'm going to play what Boosie said, and then I'm going to give my opinion and kind of just give you the real behind all this mess right here. All right, man, here's Boosie on the Baller Alert podcast talking about Vlad.
Say Vlad is the police, though.
I've never incriminated nobody on there. I've never said nothing to start a beef on there.
Mm-hmm. You're saying you know how to handle yourself on the internet.
Yes, and you should know how to if you're a criminal or you're a rapper. It's just sometimes rappers go on there and don't forget they're criminals. You can't blame Vlad. You can't blame him.
Mad at Vlad, man.
Facts. Now, Boosie,
hey, he ain't sent me to jail. They like, bro, Boosie the boy died and he went on VladTV. Woody.
died like 48 hours.
They said
after the shit
Vlad
came
is
out, too.
cursed. I think
You might as
Benzino
well
said
say
that.
Empire Records curse.
Oh, Lord.
Start picking. Everybody go over there die. Damn near shit. Everybody go over there. R.I.P.
All right, so I'm going to start from the back, how he kind of deflected at the end and said, well, everybody at Empire Records dies. And the same thing could be true with VladTV. Like, the same thing could be true that, there's some type of, coincidence or conspiracy. Even though I don't believe, that has any connection, people going on Vlad and being, killed or whatever the case may be. The Empire thing is something to ponder on. But you got to expect, right? When a man is paying you, who knows what he's paying Boosie? Nobody knows the numbers. Boosie at one point said that he makes upward of $40,000 for interviews. He never, said who. So let's just, for whatever, you're not going to bite the hand that feeds you. If you're going, let's just say if you're getting $20,000 per interview and you're doing 10 interviews a year, do the math on that. Why would you ever speak down on anyone that's paying you that type of money, right? So, the whole Vlad issue is one thing. And some people, I'm just going to be real with it, are jealous of Vlad because they can't hold the number one spot in hip-hop like he does. But some people have legitimate gripes. And here's the gripes that people have, right? See, you go on VladTV, right? And you're sitting there, and Boosie was right when he says, if you in the street, if you was active, even if you was active in the past, I wouldn't talk about it on any interview, right? You got to be smart about that. You can't be an idiot and go on there like some rappers do and say, look, I was the kingpin in my city. I sold 500,000 bricks. I had an operation of 35, men on the street. I killed a couple of cops. All this type of foolishness is going to bring heat on yourself, period. And no one can ever, and this goes for any interview, not just Vlad. No one can ever sit up here and tell me that the police, that the FBI, that the internet, the hip-hop cops ain't watching these interviews. They damn sure watching them. They damn sure extracting them for information. There's been many a times when those interviews have, been used. Now, Beanie Siegel, I think he hit the nail on the head when he was on VladTV. And he said, he pretty much said, Vlad was saying, look, none of my interviews was used, in court. And Beanie was like, well, he said something to the effect they were, right? But they not going to let the cat out of the bag that they were. They're going to let people keep talking. They're going to let them keep talking. They're not going to, come out and say, oh, we're using VladTV interviews to get you guys, right? I'm not going to do that. They're going to let you keep talking. That's what Beanie was saying. Now, as far, I've seen it. I've seen many rappers go on not just VladTV, but different interviews and give up a whole lot of information. And I think the problem comes in with black media, right? When people that come from the same struggle is that we understand it's like an unspoken law that certain things we just ain't gonna touch and talk about. You start running your mouth and saying too much, we might even edit it out. But somebody across the pond, you know what I mean, that ain't really from what we doing like that, is gonna be like, all right, man, look, how much drugs did you sell back in the day? I heard you were a cake pen. Can you tell us more about being a cake pen? I heard you, shot 3 people. Like stuff like that, like questions, weird questions like that. We know not to ask. Vlad goes there, and that's probably arguably one of the reasons why he's so hated, but it's also one of the reasons why, right? He's in the position that he's in, period. So I would never expect Boosie to ever say anything against. I mean, that's the golden rule. Don't ever bite the hand that feeds you, right? I mean, it'll take something catastrophic for him to go at VladTV. It just would, right? So partially, Boosie's correct. I'm a fair guy. I'm being fair here, right? Boosie is 100% correct about what he's saying. These guys going on there running their mouth, talking that, yeah, you setting yourself up, right? But at some point in time, you also have to understand if you're going to go on this show, you got to understand the environment. For example, if you're going into an interrogation room, right? They're not there to help you. They're trying to, and they even tell you, look, all information that we get from you is going to be used against you. Can and will be used against you in a court of law. Pretty much used to incriminate and used to indict your ass. Some of these interviews is no different. And it's like, once that door is open, right? And let's just so happen that let's just say you ain't too far removed. You got 1 foot in and 1 foot out the street. Once that door is open on that channel or whatever channel, then the investigation comes. And then now they start to begin to look, okay, let's see what this is really about this. What we talking about? He said he did. Oh, let's go see. Now, if you out of that lifestyle, I would advise against it. But if you out of that lifestyle and you got a couple stories to tell, a couple analogies, a couple ways to do it, go ahead and do your thing, right? But if you got open cases and, you done stuff and things like that, shut your mouth. Don't let the liquor, don't let the weed, don't let the pills get you running your mouth all the way into a damn indictment. So that's how I see the situation, man, at the end of the day. I wouldn't expect Boosie to say anything different. I do think it's a little extreme when people say, well, they went on there, they went on Vlad, and, next thing you know, they dead. I think that's extreme. That could be just mere coincidence. But I do think, and I do know for a fact that if you're running your mouth the type of questions that he asks, if you're active in any type of way, it's going to jam you up because it's a big platform. It's going to get a lot of eyes on you, both positive and negative. And then people is damn sure watching. Just like they listening to the lyrics. They watching the interviews. Because a lot of people are giving up a lot of information, not only in the lyrics, dummy, but in the interviews too, dummy. So the interviewee has to be smart at the end of the day. But that doesn't excuse the interviewer for asking weird questions. It's your brother Oga, man. Hip Hop News Uncensored. The website is hiphopun.com. Check it out. Let me again. Comment section. Hey, check it out real quick. If you're looking to become a sponsor, we got Memorial Day specials right now. A sponsor meaning you can get your ad, your business, your brand played right at the beginning of each video. Email me right now, ogod@hiphopun.com. That's OGOD@hiphopun.com. We got blowout specials. I'm telling you, hit me now so we can get you up and going. Peace.